Hello everyone. In this lecture, we are going to solve another problem on simply supported beam with point load and UDL. So this is the given problem. So this beam is subjected to two uniformly distributed loads and two point loads. So now our objective is to draw the shear force and bending moment diagram. So to draw the shear force diagram, first we have to calculate the reaction forces. Since the beam is supported at two ends, then it has two reaction forces. One is RA and the another one is RB. Fine. So to calculate the reaction force, we have the two equations. The first equation is total upward force is equal to total downward force, and the second equation is moment about the left extreme point is equal to 0. Okay. So first I am going to convert this uniformly distributed load into a point load, and its magnitude is 1 into 0.5, that is equal to 0.5, and it is acting at a distance of 0.25, so half of its length. Then here a point load is acting at the center of the UDL, so I am going to split the UDL into two. So let us name it as A, B, C, D, E. So I am going to consider the CD separately and DE separately. So first consider the CD alone, and its magnitude is 1 into 0.5, it is 0.5 kilonewton, and the distance is half of its over length, so it is 0.25. So similarly here also it is another 0.5 and the distance is 0.25. By considering the first equation, the total upward force is equal to the total downward force. So it is RA plus RB is equal to 0.5, that is the first UDL, plus 2 plus another 0.5 plus 5 plus 0.5, that is equal to 8.5 kilonewton. Then the second equation is moment about the left extreme point is equal to 0. So moment about point A is equal to, so start from the right side, it is RB into the perpendicular distance is 1 and 2. So it is RB into 2 meters, then minus 0.5 into the distance is, it is 0.5 plus 0.5 plus 0.25. So it is 1.5 plus 25, it is 1.75. Then minus this 5 kilonewton. So 5 into the distance is 1 plus 0.5, it is 1.5. Then minus of the 0.5 UDL, it is minus 0.5 into 1 plus 0.25. So it is 1.25. Then minus 2 kilonewton. So it is 2 into 0.5. Then minus 0.5 into 0.25. Okay. So if you solve this equation, that is equal to 0. So if you solve this equation, you will get RB is equal to 5.06 kilonewton. Then you can substitute this RB value in the first equation and you can calculate the RA value, that is RA is equal to 3.44 kilonewton. Okay, so now we'll draw the shear force diagram. So first consider the section AC. So we'll start with FA. FA is equal to, so it has a reaction force and we know that the upward force is considered as positive and the downward is considered as negative. So FA is equal to, the reaction force is acting in the upward direction, so it is plus 3.44 kilonewton. Then FB is equal to, so in between A and B, the uniformly distributed load is acting and its magnitude is 0.5. So it is 3.44 minus 0.5 is equal to 2.94 kilo Newton. So here I haven't considered the point load, because when you consider section AB, this FB is just before the point B, that is without considering the point load. Then go to section BC. So here FB is equal to, so this FB is just after the B point, that is just after the point load is applied. So here it is 2.94 minus 2 kilonewton is acting in the downward direction. So it is 0.94 kilo Newton. Then FC is equal to, we already have 0.94, then there is no load is acting in between B and C. So here it is again the same. Then section CD. So here FC, this is just after the section C and there is no point load is applied here. So we'll have the same magnitude of force here. Then FD is equal to, this is just before the section, before the point D. So only the UDL is acting and it is acting in the downward direction. So it is 0.94 minus 0.5, that is equal to 0.44 kilo Newton. Then consider section DE. So FD, so this FD is just after the point D, that is just after the point load is applied. So here it is, we already have 0.44, so it is minus 5, that is equal to minus 4.56 kilo Newton. Then FE is equal to, so in between point D and E, so this is actually just before the point E. So in between point D and E, the uniformly distributed load is acting and its magnitude is 0.5. So we already have minus 4.56 and the UDL is acting in the downward direction. So I have considered negative. So the final shear force is minus 5.06 kilo Newton. So now we'll draw the diagram. So we'll start from section A. So at A, the shear force is 3.44 kilonewton. And at B, it reduced to 2.94. Then at B, it is again reduced to 0.94. Then at C, it is equal, it is a straight line, it is 0.94. And FC is again the same. FC, okay, then FD is 0.44. So at FD it is reduced to 0.44. Then further at FD it is reduced to minus 4.56. So here it is further reduced to minus 4.56. And at FE it is minus 5.06. Okay. So you can verify the problem. So when you consider the reaction force, then it will be equal to 0 because RB is acting in the upward direction. Okay. So now we'll connect the points. In between section A and B, the uniformly distributed load is acting. So it's a inclined line. And here it's a straight line. And in between point B and C, there is no load is acting. So it's a straight line. And in between C and D, UDL is acting. So it is an inclined line. Further it is reduced. And between D and E, it is subjected to a UDL. So it's a inclined. So here, the point of counterflexure is at the point D. So we don't need to calculate the point again because we already know the distance. So the shear force is 0 at the point D. So you will have the maximum bending moment at the point D. In the previous problem, we have calculated the point of counterflexure individually. Here you don't need to calculate because it is in the point D. Okay. So this is the shear force diagram. Now we'll move into the bending moment diagram. So we'll start from the right side, that is point E. So ME is equal to 0 since there is no force is acting in the right side. And bending moment, I have considered the anti-clockwise direction as positive and clockwise as negative. Then at MD, it is equal to the reaction force RE is acting or A. So here it is actually RE. Okay. So this is RE. Fine. So the RE is acting in the anti-clockwise direction, and we know the magnitude of RE is 5.06. So here it is 5.06 and RA is 3.44. So here it is plus 5.06 into the distance is 0.5. And also in between the section D and E, the UDL is acting, and it is acting in the clockwise direction. So the magnitude is 0.5 and the distance is 0.25. So MD is equal to 2.405 kilonewton. Then consider the point C. MC is equal to 5.06 into the distance is 1 meter. Then minus the UDL is acting, it is 0.5 into the distance is 0.5 plus 0.25. So it is 0.75. Then minus the 5 kilonewton is acting at a distance of 0.5 meter. So 5 into 0.5. Then minus another UDL is acting and its magnitude is 0.5. So it is 0.5 and the distance is 0.25. Okay. So the MC value is 2.06 kilonewton. Okay. Then consider the point B. So MB is equal to, start from the reaction, it is 5.06 into the distance is 1 and 0.5. So it is 1.5. Then minus 0.5 into the distance is 0.5 plus 0.5, 1.25. Then minus 5, the point load into the distance is 1 meter. Then minus the UDL 0.5, it is 0.5 into the distance is 0.5 plus 0.25, it is 0.75. Okay, so that is equal to 1.59 kilonewton. And we know that the bending moment at A is equal to 0. Okay, because at the left extreme and right extreme point, the bending moment value will be equal to 0. So now we'll draw the bending moment diagram. So we'll start from point E. At point E, the bending moment is 0. At point D, the bending moment is 2.405. So it is 2.405. And at point C, it is 2.06. And at point D, it is 1.59. And at point A, it is 0. So this is A, B, C, D and E. So in between A and B, it is subjected to a uniformly distributed load. So the line will be parabolic. Then between B and C, there is no load is applied. So it's a straight line. So it is linear. And in between C and D, UDL is acting. So it's a parabolic. And here also a UDL is acting. So it is again a parabolic line. Okay. So in between B and C alone, it is a linear straight line. In the remaining regions, it is parabolic. So this is the bending moment diagram of the given problem.